Today, two of the largest theropods will face off. The largest land predator in the history of Africa, Spinosaurus, will lock in battle with the largest predator of antlers formation, Acrocanthosaurus. Coming up, Spinosaurus versus Acrocanthosaurus. Let's talk about Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus species that will participate in this battle is the most well-known, Spinosaurus aegypticus. This giant can reach sizes of 6.6 to 7 tons in mass, 13.3 to 14 meters in length, and 3.2 meters in height at the hips. Spinosaurus is the largest of its family, Spinosauridae, and the largest of its superfamily, Megatheropod, and was 99 to 93.5 million years ago in the Cenomanian and Turonian stages of the Cretaceous. This megatheropod changed over the years and it is the favorite dinosaur of millions. The Spinosaurus is one of the most mysterious animals since we still know little about it and do not have a clear understanding of the looks of it. Spinosaurus is like a giant's puzzle in paleontology. It's brilliant. The Spinosaurus competitor is the Acrocanthosaurus. The genus contains a singular species, that being Acrocanthosaurus atokensis. These animals can weigh 4.4 to 6.6 tons, measure 11.5 meters long, and stand 3 meters tall, making it one of the largest members of its family, Carcharodontosauridae, which belongs in Allosauridia. Acrocanthosaurus also ruled North America 113 to 110 million years ago in the Afton and Albion stages of the early Cretaceous. This is my favorite Carcharodontosaurid because of how underrated it is and how it has something in common with a bison. Its neural spines are quite similar to that of a bison, pretty much. And Acrocanthosaurus was the last Carcharodontosaurid in North America, I think. Also, Acrocanthosaurus has a holiday about it, which is Acrocanthosaurus Appreciation Day. It's somewhere in November. I do not remember which day in November, but it's somewhere in November. Now, let's move on to the category Weapons and Attack Methods. Spinosaurus and other Spinosaurids possess teeth different than other theropods. Instead of possessing teeth designed for slashing, tearing, or gripping onto other dinosaurs, their teeth are conical shaped, designed for gripping onto slippery prey like fish, since these animals adapted a neat semi-aquatic lifestyle. And Spinosaurus possesses a bite force of 4,200 psi. Sure, the Spinosaurus can use its jaws for combat against other dinosaurs, but they would mainly use their strong arms and claws. With such sharp claws and the ability to smack hard, a hit from a Spinosaurus can lead to some nasty injuries, depending on the animal. And we're talking about Spinosaurus versus Acrocanthosaurus. So, Spinosaurus can deal some serious damage to an Acro. Now, people have also said that the Spinosaurus could also grab, but not like it did in Jurassic Park, because it would be impossible to pronate the wrists without breaking them. Spinosaurus and every other dinosaur would know better than to do that kind of grab. That's a very stupid idea. A good attack method is by grabbing their opponent, letting go, and then smacking them with its claws. Now, the Acrocanthosaurus, like every other Carcharodontosaurid, possesses the long and sharp teeth which are perfect for slashing and tearing. And Acrocanthosaurus has a surprising bite force of 5,000 psi. Acrocanthosaurus would have used its claws to inflict some damage as well. With longer arms than the later Carcharodontosaurids, it wouldn't have just used its head for combat. An attack method in the Acrocanthosaurus possession could be where it slashes the animal with its teeth and claws. And the claws could also grip onto the animal while the acro sinks its teeth. Next up, their build. The Spinosaurus has its gastrula in a wide and low position, representing some good bulk. If a Spinosaurus gets rammed at the top of the belly, it can still hold its ground, thanks to the amount of bulk it possesses, and it could also use its elongated eel-like tail to keep the Spinosaurus more stable. The gastrula of an Acrocanthosaurus is surprisingly lower than the gastrulas of the later Carcharodontosaurids. Although not as low as some certain theropods, the position of the Acrocanthosaurus gastrula still allows this animal to perform a running gait. However, the best place to ram the Acrocanthosaurus is in a higher position than that of the Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus possesses more stability than the Acro, making it harder for the Acrocanthosaurus to bring down the Spinosaurus. And it's much easier for the Spinosaurus to bring down the Carcharodontosauridae. Next, their vulnerability. I'm going to say right now, the Spinosaurus is more vulnerable. This is because the Spinosaurus has a slightly slim neck, where a bite in the neck can cause serious trouble because it could succumb to blood loss, and there could also be a chance of bone breakage, including the arms of the Spinosaurus, since these are the main weapons of the animal. If the bite is severe, the wounded arm would be useless, and so the Spinosaurus relies on one arm and its jaws. And if it gets bit on both arms by any chance, that's pretty much it for the Spinosaurus. It loses. And last, the sail. And no, it's not because if it gets bit in the sail, it gets paralyzed. That's just stupid. If someone agrees to that brain dead statement, they're clearly high. That's not how it works, guys. However, if the Spinosaurus gets bit in the sail and the vertebra breaks, it can lead to problems like the broken parts of the vertebra, cutting through veins, and all that stuff. The Spinosaurus could probably lose a lot of blood from that. Now, an Acrocanthosaurus could be vulnerable by the leg, because if it gets hit in the leg hard, it would have trouble walking and moving around. Now there's speed and agility. Spinosaurus is not a fast dinosaur running speeds of 11 to 15 miles per hour, maybe slower. And for the agility of a Spinosaurus, I am unsure of. I did not know. Sorry, guys. Anyways, the speed of Acrocanthosaurus is good for its size, reaching speeds of 20 to 25 miles per hour. And it was also okay with that agility. Now, let's talk about their experience. Spinosaurus did not really fight unless it was mating season and all that. And it barely fought other dinosaurs at its time, even the carnivores, since Spinosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus serve different niches in their ecosystem. Acrocanthosaurus fought many types of dinosaurs in its time for food, like some theropods, other herbivores like Sauropelta, Dinosaurs, and perhaps even other Acrocanthosaurus, or territory or formate. Now there's one more thing to talk about. Our recap. The Spinosaurus is larger, has more powerful arms and claws, could grab their enemy better, had more range, is more robust, and possesses better stability. On the other hand, Acrocanthosaurus possesses the stronger bite force, more lethal bite, the ability to ram less vulnerable spots, is faster, more agile, and has more experience than the Spinosaurus. Now, before we begin the battle, note that in real life these two animals would almost never fight each other. Like, they wouldn't really acknowledge each other, since they would serve different niches. It's pretty much like Spinosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus, not acknowledging each other since they serve different niches, sorry. With everything settled, it's time for Spinosaurus versus Acrocanthosaurus. A carcass lies around the large body of water. Rising from the waters, a Spinosaurus comes to feast on the carcass, knowing that it's a much easier meal than catching fish. However, a carcass this size will attract any predator in the perimeter, and it is certain that there will be competition. The Spinosaurus stops feeding on the carcass when it notices an approaching Acrocanthosaurus, about to challenge the dinosaur for the carcass, The Acrocanthosaurus begins to hiss and lowly bellow as a way to intimidate the Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus, not being deterred, shows off its claws and begins to hiss as well. With both animals not being intimidated, both predators begin to circle each other, but circling each other does not help either, and both will back down. Then both animals charge, ready for combat. The Spinosaurus raises its claws and lands the first blow on the Acrocanthosaurus. The Acrocanthosaurus quickly turns around and manages to bite onto the back of the neck of the Spinosaurus and stakes its head with its claws. The Spinosaurus breaks free, but the Acrocanthosaurus is once again coming at the Spinosaurus, ready to ram. Reacting quickly, the Spinosaurus prevents the attack by getting a grip on the Acrocanthosaurus' head. It then lets go, but the Acrocanthosaurus is quick and agile enough to sink its teeth onto one of the arms of the Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus then collides its other arm onto the Acrocanthosaurus, instantly causing the Acrocanthosaurus to let go. Both animals, worn out and severely injured, completely forget about the carcass and retreat to safety. It turns out the carcass will be for someone else. In this scenario, it's a tie between the Spinosaurus and the Acrocanthosaurus. Despite possessing some strong weapons, Spinosaurus isn't built to deal with other large carnivores, and Acrocanthosaurus is like a Carcharodontosaurus, but with like tall neural spines and smaller. This is why both animals have a 50% chance of winning. A Spinosaurus can beat an Acrocanthosaurus if it is able to smack it more, and the impact would be too much for the Acrocanthosaurus to deal with. An Acrocanthosaurus could beat a Spinosaurus if it managed to inflict some wounds with its teeth and perhaps by both arms more of the time. Well, that was a nice battle between megatheropods. Thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.